Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, kind of reviewing something, not necessarily music though, rather a medium. You guys may be familiar with the record label Clown and Sunset. It was founded by and is run by electronic music producer Nicholas Jar. The guy put out one of my favorite albums of last year. He put out my favorite EP last year, and easily, he performed my favorite set at South by Southwest this past March. I'm excited for what he's going to do with this label into the future, but now I'm feeling maybe a little bit skeptical now that the first big release of Clown and Sunset this year is going to be a cube, a prism. There's a picture of it here. It's kind of a promo photo, and just from the looks of this picture, I thought it was going to be much bigger, but in fact, this is what it's like in real life. Isn't it cute? That's like a little baby. Now, the sound quality itself on this Don't Break My Love compilation is fantastic. It's really good sound, but I do not really enjoy being limited just strictly to headphones. I do like listening to music on my big stereo. Although I do like the fact that it has two headphone jacks, kind of fostering listening together to the cube. That's something that I wish iPhones, iPods, just more digital mobile music devices had. But still, the press releases about this cube kind of talk about the importance of the medium, the physical package of the music, the presentation of the music. And while this definitely has some kind of unique presentation to it, is it really real? Analog is real. Vinyl is real. Tape is real. CDs and MP3s are ones and zeros. And the thing is, this is ones and zeros too, because inside it's not, it's a computer chip, the battery. Like I said, I do appreciate this new medium that Nicholas is trying to release music with, although it is going to be released for $40 when it officially comes out and has just about 12 tracks on it. I have seen a track list for the cube online, but I can't even really say if it's the one that's on mine because a lot of the material on this cube is unreleased. I think that's cool, but I wish this thing were a little bit more user-friendly than it was kind of pretty, I guess, because there's no real start or any directions or anything labeled or anything like that. You just kind of throw your headphones in. Oh, there's a light. The buttons kind of help you skip through tracks, stop, pause, and play. And when you take your headphones out of this thing, as the press release says, when the prism is unplugged, a beam of light passes through the empty center, revealing a void. Someone is missing. Well, this magical someone is missing beam of light also kills the battery on this cube. Thankfully, Clown and Sunset provided this 1/8" jack to USB cord to plug into the cube and then plug into the computer to charge the cube, making the cube feel even more like an MP3 player. However, I cannot plug the cube in and listen while the cube is plugged into the computer because I get this low level oscillating electronic hum behind all the tracks, ruining them completely. And if I keep the cube plugged in for a while and I have other things also plugged into the USB ports on my computer, I get this lovely error message telling me that the cube is sucking up too much power and that my computer is going to turn off other USB devices plugged into my computer because just this thing is just a electricity guzzler. So, I mean, it is an interesting medium. I do think this thing is cool, but I wish more was considered on the side of functionality. The cube is scheduled to come out later this year. Do you plan to pick up one of these musical prisms? Because it may totally be worth it if some of these kinks that I just talked about get worked out in this final version. This is still, from what I understand, kind of a preliminary thing. Is this kind of presentation, is this kind of thing going to save the future of physical music, or is this just another MP3 player put into a different package? Is it important for labels to do things like this in order to keep people interested in buying music? What do you think? Anthony Fantano, Cubes, forever.